What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is November the 18th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is focusing on today. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off with data points, surprisingly, we did get initial jobless claims. I don't think the market was anticipating that, but it came out at 5 a.m. Actual 232, forecast of 254, consensus of 223. So even though it was lower than the forecast, still relatively high. Market's not really liking that. Plus, we did also have ADP employment, the weekly, came in at negative 2,500. So still a lot better than last week's, but in reality, we're seeing a lot of signs of cracking again from consumers. Market's not liking that, and you can kind of see things are going down a little bit. So Dow is down 0.69, S&P down 0.38, NASDAQ down 0.53. So we'll just have to wait and see how things do play out. This might be kind of premature to say, but I do feel in the second half of today, we might start to see the market recover a little bit, only because a lot of the volume that's been kind of suppressing the market over the last several trading days, even end of last week, was artificial. It was algorithmic trading. So in my opinion, I think institutions might potentially buy the dip leading into NVIDIA's earnings, which is coming out after hours tomorrow. So should be a interesting time. Let me know your viewpoint on that. But aside from that, SoFi is down about 2.3%. No news, no SEC filings from them. They are just kind of piggybacking off the broader market. At the same time, on a technical standpoint, they are breaking down. So that's why they are down about 2.2%. Aside from that, shorts are returning about 54,000 shares during the pre-market. So definitely, I like to see that. Shows that the sell-off is somewhat unjustified. 9.48% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 112 million shares overall being shorted. With at 1650, it is trading between this S1 and this S2. So best case scenario, you see SoFi fight back and get above that 2666. If not, you could see some further consolidation over the next couple of trading days. 2520 and then 2283 is going to be the next strong support points. And realistically, I don't see this S2 being touched, so this 2520, but anything is possible. This market is crazy sometimes. Moving on, NIO is down 1.48%. No news, no speculative topics. Weekly registration numbers did come out, but unfortunately, a lot of the websites I normally look at seem to not really be working right now. So stay tuned for my dedicated NIO video where I go over that. But aside from that, shorts are increasing a lot during the pre-market. 11.39% of the free float being shorted. And actually, I guess, just in case you guys are listening in and not actually looking at the video, what I mean by a lot is they're increasing 1.4 million. So kind of crazy stuff. So I don't know if that's a sign that they want to really break NIO or not, but right now with it at $6, it is trading between this S2 and this S3. 611 is going to be that key pivot, so best case scenario, it does close above that. If not, you could see some consolidation. 544 would be that next strong support, but I don't see that being touched. That potentially would be touched over the next couple trading days, again, if things continue how they are. Opendoor is getting hit like crazy. Although there really hasn't been that much news or any SEC filings, I think they are just reacting, and institutions are reacting based on the news and the data that did come out. So a lot of consumers, signs of cracking, that obviously does affect Opendoor. Aside from that, shorts are increasing about 101,000 shares. 21.23% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 140 million shares overall being shorted. Right now with it at 733, trading between this pivot and this S1. 703 is going to be a strong support, so just watch for that today. And then 808. I don't really see that 808 being touched, but that 703 potentially could be on the table, so just kind of watch for that. Moving on, you have ticker CLIK, so it is up 6.35%. And the reason being is this right here. Sorry for all the ads. Seeking Alpha seems to be pumping that quite a lot. On a side note, I guess, if you do want Seeking Alpha, has a lot of good information. Clearly, I use it for every single one of my videos. It has everything that you ever need to know why a stock is moving higher, lower, or whatever else. You can have a 7-day free trial or just take advantage of the Black Friday deal. I've linked to them in the description below, so take advantage of that. But does look like they are moving higher because of a acquisition. Right now, shorts are increasing a very impressive 550 shares. Obviously, I'm joking, but 11.62% of the free floats being shorted works out to be 37.9 thousand shares. Cost to borrow average is fairly high, 397. I don't see this being a squeeze play only because DTC is very, very low. So again, this one will be a hot one to day trade and swing trade, but as far as like officially getting in, for the long term, do your own due diligence, of course, but with it right now at 742, trading between this pivot and this S1, so 822 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. And if there's a nice recovery in the broader market, I could see this being touched. This stock as well, I believe, is the second or third most heavily traded during the pre-market, so it is getting a lot of good attention. And then last but not least, ticker is OLMA. It is up 209%. This one has to be added to all of your watch lists because it's going to be a day trader's dream. Even though there isn't any news, no SEC filings, this article from TipRanks is saying that they are moving higher because of ticker ROG. ROG did get some fairly positive results. So people are now correlating that with this stock OLMA. Aside from that, shorts are increasing about 38,000 shares. 20.61% of the free floats being shorted works to be 8.18 million shares. So I don't really see it being a squeeze play, but DTC being 6.92 days does signal that shorts are rather overextended. With it at 27 and change, it is well above all the key fib levels. So just watch for the hold numbers, but this one will definitely be one to watch for a day trade. You can even see just during the pre-market alone, it is getting a lot of volume, had a high of around 37.23, so you can kind of use that as a realistic resistance point, and then 26.89 and so forth. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.